In this video, we're going to be talking about the Tilly 47-inch. It is a mid-century modern black sideboard cabinet for storage, and I'm going to be using it in my closet. I'm so excited about it. We're going to talk about specs, setup, pros and cons, price, and my honest opinion on it. What's up, you guys? Tony here. We talk smart tech and gadgets. If that's something that you're interested in, do consider subscribing. Full disclosure, LivNix did reach out to me to send me this item, and I did not pay for it, but brutally honest review incoming. If I don't like it, I'm going to say that. If I love it, I'm going to say that, and that's not changing because they sent this. Links below to all the items mentioned in this video. Let's get into it. So this cabinet is made of a veneer wood. This cabinet by LivNix is 47.2 inches wide, 15.7 inches deep, and 28.7 inches tall. It weighs 61 pounds. It has a natural wood grain, a 1-year limited warranty, and full assembly is required. And there is also a 30-day return and exchange policy. I don't talk about this space much, but I was really excited about moving here. It's mostly open concept, which I love, but there are some areas that are a bit smaller, a bit different than what I came from. In my previous place, I had a dresser in the closet, and I would use it to store some of my personal items, t-shirts, undershirts, underwear, socks, things like that. And I knew that it would not fit in this space well, but I brought it anyway. I'm sure you can tell just by looking at this space that dresser's not fitting in here. And that was the realization that I got to. It really sunk in, but this is the space that we're working with. I needed something that was smaller, more compact, and that kind of fit my vibe a bit more. I knew that I was going to be putting a dresser in here that I was not going to use, but from beginning to end, as heavy as it was, I put it in here, and I always wanted to get something to replace it. So I thought this would be perfect for my closet space, that it could hold a lot of items that I use in the morning, underwear, socks, undershirts, things like that. I thought it would have a cool aesthetic, and honestly, it looks great. Let's get into assembly. This does require full assembly from beginning to end, and it has a lot of parts. So after getting everything out of the box, I pulled out my IKEA tool set. It's always my go-to. They do have an Allen wrench in the packaging that you can use, but you will also need a regular screwdriver. I opted to use all of my tools, and in some parts I did use a drill. Not necessary, but just to speed things up. Okay, it was at this moment I realized that I was missing screws. There were supposed to be 12. There was only 10. They go straight up in the air, and these pieces are held together by these screws. They are pretty important. So this middle section, we are building the drawers. This is the inside of the drawers. There are 3 pieces, the middle, and then the outside 2 pieces that we're putting in position. The issue arises when we start adding these additional pieces that go on the very back here. These hold in the back of the drawers. So without those screws for the very middle section, I'm not able to lock that in. But fortunately, the directions instruct me to screw these directly into the walls of the drawers. So it kind of works out. But ultimately, it looks fine. It works fine. There's not an issue. After I assembled everything, only I know that it's missing. So I'm sliding these into place. Everything went in very seamlessly. Didn't have an issue. Great time. Now we have to add handles to the sliding doors. There are 2 handles that are pretty minimal and easy to install. I'm sure you could buy separate handles if you really felt like changing it up here, but they're pretty straightforward. There's 2 screws for that. This is where you need that screwdriver to secure those in. Now we're going to put these in position. So it kind of has a runner here that these sliding doors move through, and it wants you to put the sliding doors in position. So I'm just testing to make sure they're able to move freely here, and so easy to do, not an issue at all. Putting these in place. I love easy things to assemble, and this was so easy to assemble. Now I am adding, it looks like we're adding the top, but this is actually the bottom, and just making sure everything is aligned so that I don't have any problems. I don't want these doors not able to move freely here. So making sure that they're secured properly. And then there's some screws that I'm going to add in to piece everything together. I think I end up grabbing a drill because I'm like, okay, let's hurry up. Okay, let's get this done. So I get a drill everything in. And then right after this, it's time to add in the legs. There are 4 legs. The legs are also a wood grain style. They are not metallic or metal, so they blend really nicely into everything. Everything looks the same. And that's it. That is the process. We are done. We are completed. Very simple to install. Now I just wanted to show the sliding doors and also test it to make sure that they're working properly. And you can see the wood grain here. You can kind of see what it looks like. And this is a good representation of what it looks like in person. Super happy with it. That's it fully opened. That's the amount of space you have access to. Really excited about this one. One thing that's pretty unique about this is it has adjustable doors that move open and closed. So if you open them fully, they meet in the back, and then you pull them together, they meet in the front. They do have a train style that's grooves at the top and bottom of this drawer. When you piece it together, you're moving through those trains to open and close these doors. And I gotta say, I really like that feature here. I don't know how it will be if I have to move this around quite a bit, or if you're moving out of a house, if that'll give you problems, the door sliding automatically. But with it being stationary and set up right, I don't know if that'll be a problem in the future, but we will see. One thing about the assembly of this is there were 2 screws missing. There were supposed to be 12, and I think there was 10. I was able to make do without it, but that's definitely a con and quality for LivNix. They lost some points there for me. But I was still able to assemble everything. And when you assemble it completely, it will be upside down. When I was moving it from one room to the next, I did have to slide it against the floor. I was worried a little bit that it would get damaged, but it looked fine. So I slid it from my living room through my bedroom to this closet space. I was able to turn it upright and put it in the place I wanted it, and it worked perfectly. I have almost like a hallway style closet, and it really was a perfect size for that space. After you have fully assembled everything and placed it upright, there are 2 additional shelves that you have to add inside of it. And there are 3 level options. I opted for the middle, and it gave me a lot of room to work with. Honestly, more room than I needed inside of here. But I have to say, I mean, after assembly, after getting everything together, it's an item that I'm really happy to have in my space. It looks great. It looks high quality. It looks elegant. I would say the pros were it was not too heavy. It came on time. I didn't have any issues with shipping. Assembly was fairly easy, although there were some missing parts. I would say the cons were those missing parts. Also, when you assemble it, having it all the way upside down and having to rotate it around, I would say that was a bit of a con. I'm really happy with it, and I just can't lie about that. It is priced at $459.99. I think this mid-century fluted style is really nice. I would say it looks high quality for the price, and I'm really happy with it. Put it below in the comments what you think about this. If you would get one of these, if you wouldn't get one, let me know there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.